I like that. Nice.
Okay, so just you're facing forward, bro. So back to probably the most common reaction from this position is stuffing the knee. Everybody wants to stuff the knee. Let's look at another scenario from there. So I'm playing knee shield. I'm going to bring my foot to the inside. I've got box principle, foot, knee, hand. He puts weight in me. I can easily take that. So we've looked at dealing with a cross face. We've looked at him pushing at the knee. We've looked at him posturing. Sometimes when he pushes at the knee and he tucks his elbow, and I go for the earlier move where I wanted the crook of my arm to his arm, but I just cannot. He's too postured and I just can't make that grip. I'm going to come down and grab his wrist. Just turn this way, perfect. Nice. So once he pushes on my knee, I'm going to make this grip. Now the detail is, Dean can re-pummel over the top, and now he's got control again. Again, this is just out of Danaher's. I'm going to grab and I make a 90-degree bend in my wrist. There's a 90-degree bend between my wrist and my forearm. The other thing is my elbow is in the inside, so I'm tucking my right elbow to my right hip. Now if he tries to re-pummel from there, it's very difficult. Now even if he still has that arm tucked, I'm going to come in with my left hand, and my left hand's going to grab his tricep. Now I need an open elbow from there, but that would be pure muscle, me just pulling this elbow away from his body. Keep it tucked. It's not going to happen. So the detail is, I push this wrist into this belly button, and now I pull that out, and now I've got a flared elbow. Again, it looks as if I'm trying to come near him. I'm not. I just get the crook of my arm around his arm. That hand comes out. I make the wedge again. Half butterfly hook comes in, and now from that position, I'm shrugging this onto my shoulder, kicking up, and we're back into that cutting arm bar again. Just get an angle from there. So we're in our position. I move into half butterfly. Dane's reaction is that, and I feel I can't get the crook of my arm to his elbow, which is what we covered earlier. So I make that grip on his wrist. The detail is, I need to connect my elbow to my hip and get that 90-degree bend in my wrist. If I'm just grabbing it like this and coming here, he'll just re-pummel to the inside every time, and I've lost it. So it's that, and it's also this re-pummel, and I have this. I just slide in for the arm drag, but I'm not trying to pull his elbow out laterally. Again, that would be, trying to use a lot of strength, and tough guys are going to keep that tucked. The detail is, I push his wrist between his legs as I pull out. Now there's a flared elbow. I want to get the crook of my arm under his arm, and now that hand, because I don't want that shoulder, just turn your hip and put your shoulder. He can now get close to me. So there's my wedge again. And now from there I get hand to hand. So my elbow's beside his elbow, my hands are over his shoulder, and now from there I'm putting in my half butterfly hook, shrugging my shoulder, kicking up, and we're back into the usual scenario. Start pushing out at the knees. This is going to give us lots of options. He'll be turning his elbow and stuff, and omoplatas are there. Taking the back is there as well. Let's just get one more angle on that one, bro. So this is our third and final setup, where he's pushing on the knees. So just from Z-guard, the minute his hand's there and I bring my foot into half butterfly, I'm going to make that grip, tuck the elbow, get the arm drag, pull his elbow away from his body, and get the crook of my arm around his arm. Now I wedge, put in the butterfly hook. Notice the way I'm turning onto my side. I'm pinching my ear to my shoulder to keep Dean's left arm on my shoulder. And then we just kick up and start working that cutting arm bar. So that's our arm drag setup, and that's our third entry from half butterfly.